Whoa.
Hi.
Hi, nice sexy sigh, that one.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
Didn't have the... Oh, fuck!
His shoulder gone again.
Shoulder's gone. Oh, remind me not to
That wasn't very sexy.
Remind me not to reach out towards your breasts, Andy.
Shall I just cover
man.
them up then?
Oh, that's quite a shock. They're drilled into the front of the shoulder.
Yeah.
So the repair worked fine.
Yeah.
But the entry point, whoa. So, would you like me to offer you some names, Andy, and crack on with business?
Go on then.
First offering is Flo Patterson, right? It's like a sinewy American sprinter.
Yeah.
Maybe got a sponsorship deal with a powdered milk company, I don't know. Okay?
Sounds good.
This one, I mean, you're going to take this one coming up.
You reckon?
I know
Right,
you are.
bring it on.
Sirius Cockhopper. He's like a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he goes cottaging.
Yeah. That's
well, all
tempting. Let's say the third one first.
Shan Fenetra. Chinese-French residential burglaries he does.
No.
He got a hole in his heart. Does that help?
A little bit.
Okay, and finally, Paul Hardwood Williams.
Oh.
Yeah, works and lives in Swansea branch of Oak Furniture Land. Oh, you can have her on the hot dog.
I'm going to be Paul Hardwood Williams.
Nice.
Double barrel.
Yeah, because
A
you
bit
look...
of sophistication.
No, it's not. The Hardwood is like nickname, like quote Hardwood.
Oh, right.
Paul Hardwood Williams.
Oh, because of the wood. Because of the Oak Furniture Land.
Because he loves Hardwood.
Oh,
yeah.
well, I'll be that other one then.
No, you're going to be Paul Hardwood. I like...
bollocks.
You watch those adverts with that dad,
Yeah.
and the son
Yeah.
in Oak Furniture Land, and you think that's the dad I never had, that's the furniture I've never
The lifestyle
aspired to.
lifestyle I dream of, crave.
Okay.
I've got some names for you.
All right.
Obviously, you can be Honky Tonk if you want to be. Of
course, I know
You
that.
can be Tony Shitfarm.
Yeah.
You can be the reverse Ike.
Okay.
John Peel Jr.
Okay.
or Dick Legs.
Well, I'm tempted by Dick Legs, but Honky Tonk
You
this
sticking with
week.
Honky
Well,
Tonk?
last week I was something like the
You were the
sweetie.
sweet.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll be Honky Tonk.
All right,
so
that's okay with me.
nice to see you.
Before we start, yesterday
Yeah.
I saw a wasp and a rat. What did you see yesterday?
What did I see yesterday? What sticks out in my mind? I saw a log of wood.
Right.
I saw Robin.
Robin who?
No,
Robin Cousins.
Robin, I wish it had been. He owes me so much money, Robin Cousins.
Does he?
Yeah.
Pyramid
Robin.
scheme gone wrong.
Pyramid scheme?
Yeah.
How did you know that was actually pyramids?
What?
I bought a pyramid off him, yeah.
You bought an Egyptian pyramid?
Well, he said it was Egyptian.
Right. So you've paid him. You've been over. It's
I
not
paid him
actually
out.
there.
What I bought off him was a jetty.
Right.
I had a little lake. Not a fucking lake. I didn't have a lake. I had a pond.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be nice to have a jetty. And Robin Cousins does outdoor carpentry now.
Because he's arthritis now, isn't he? Because he can't do the figure skating anymore.
No, I can't do that anymore.
So he's in jetties.
So he does jetties. Well, the outdoor hardwood carpentry, but he never delivered it. And you won't believe me, but that's 14 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I've moved from the house now.
And he didn't get a refund. You're going to want interest on top of that as well.
Well, I'm not one for suing ice skaters.
Does he do decking?
Oh, he do exactly. That's where it started with the craze on decking.
You got his number?
You don't want to deal with him. Can you help me with a very short song I'm working on?
Yes.
All I need you to do is go, Instanbul, right, and then I say a line, then you go, Instanbul. Okay, so I'm just working on it, help us out. Go.
Istanbul.
Online sex.
Istanbul.
Champagne flutes.
Istanbul.
Michael Jackson.
Istanbul.
Lamborghini.
Istanbul.
Wet look styling. And that's as far as I got. Whoa. Do you like it?
That's it. Istanbul. It's Istanbul, isn't it?
I'm trying to be like, it's like I'm meant to be a evocative song.
It's like a tourist board promotional film.
It would work like that.
Yeah.
It would work like that. I was thinking of sending it to Simon Cowell for one of the talent things.
Yeah.
But I haven't really got the tune. But did you find you felt a little bit like you were in Istanbul at all?
I did. It was very evocative. I felt the smells and the heat.
Yeah. The online sex and the
Definitely.
Lamborghinis.
That's what you go to Istanbul for, isn't it? The online sex.
Okay.
Yesterday, speaking of promotional tools, I picked up a 7-inch single for Munro shock absorbers.
Really?
I think it was from the 70s or the 80s.
What, they released a song?
They put out a 7-inch single and it was sent out. This one had the stamp of the address of a car battery dealership in Sunderland that it must have been sent out to.
Yeah.
10 pence I got it for. Monroe shock absorbers.
Yeah.
And it's a hell of a tune. I don't know what's our Eurovision representative this year, but this fucker is miles better than whatever it is.
Would you bring it along?
I'll try and drop it in at the end today because I've got a bit of it on my phone.
It's that good?
It is that good.
It's that good
So
that you'll
stick
drop it.
around for that, boys and girls.
Yeah, that sounds... I'll tell you what, like car battery shop or clutch centre, they've all gone now, haven't they? They've been eaten up by the conglomerates.
Do you want to say the K word? The KF word?
KFC?
No. Quick Fit.
Yeah, all that area.
They've took it, haven't they? Quick Fit. Oh, Halfords do like car batteries for you now, don't they?
Yeah, and they'll
put a
fit
bulb
them
in
and
for
everything.
£20.
I used to look fondly down the back street and see like clutch repairs, clutch centres and stuff. Mind you, they couldn't cope with these cars don't have simple wire clutch. Anyway, we don't want to get into cars.
No, we do, but it's a different podcast altogether.
So my shoulder is still bad.
I wasn't going to ask, but you've told us now.
I know you're not going to ask, that's what I'm telling you.
Did you just pretend to do that at the beginning?
Oh, no, man, if I get it wrong, it really hurts.
If you get your shoulder wrong?
If I get it wrong, if I go for reach up, like... I've got this morning. I have the cereal with the colourful bits. Is it Lucky Stars?
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, and reaching up for that is such a slow process. So I get a little chair and I climb up on it, get me Lucky Charms.
Do you dress like the little leprechaun on the box?
Well, I would do that if I felt so inclined first thing.
That's just how I imagined it. In my mind's eye, I imagined you climbing on a chair, dressed as a leprechaun, and get your Lucky Charms down.
I'll give you a chitty for your permission to imagine me like that. But you dragged me up here, and I had a strange journey, yeah? And I'll tell you about it very quickly. So I set off with my big sports bag to come here. As you can see, I've got it here because I'm playing bum ball later, yeah?
Yeah.
So I live in what's called an estate, Andy.
I know what an estate is.
Yeah, and there's gates at the end of it. There's no gates, but there's the two gate posts where there used to be gates.
All right.
So memories. I can imagine those gates can be anything.
Gate memories.
What I want them to be. Could be like Liberace ones. Or there could be, like a fort. Solid. But anyway, there's a little old lady putting a reward, lost a little cat, little blue greyish cat. Little fat cat with face a bit like yours, actually.
Thanks.
But unlike you, quite cute. Distinctive blue collar as well. Lost Pepper, he called Pepper. Reward. I'm really lonely without him.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel a bit sad, but you get on with your life, don't you? And I walked down, I had to post a letter. Another picture she'd put up next to the post box. Lost Pepper. Miss him so much and that. Get at the bottom of the hill in the entrance to the station. Another poster of Pepper.
Right.
It's weird. I don't know where it's weird. She's doing a good job. Get on the train. Yeah. No, I get on the train and she's put one next to the rubbish bins.
On the
train. And I get out here at London Bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all over the escalator. I've lost Pepper. And she's not daft because it's a commuter run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then I get in here, right?
Yeah.
I open up my sports bag with my bum ball equipment in it. Yeah? And guess what's in there?
Pepper.
No, not at all. There's a packet of Bouillabaisse seasoning mix, right? Isn't that weird? Because you don't need Bouillabaisse mix for a bum ball.
Not really.
Not really. You might need some paprika.
Friday bum ball, though.
Friday bum ball, yeah, but a wife must have put it in there by mistake.
Oh.
So, it's a weird journey, wasn't it?
That poster there in the corner, did you put that up? When you came in.
What, wanting place for me bum ball?
No, man, underneath that one, the Pepper one.
Do you know the rules for bum ball? Have you ever played it?
I haven't, no.
It's like five-a-side, but netball court. You can use netball five-a-side. And there's 5 players on each side.
Okay.
And if you touch the bum of the person with the ball, they're out of the game. And then you end up with just 2 people left.
Right, a bum off.
I suppose you could go, but we don't call it a bum off in the bum ball world. But
that's a bit crude, isn't it?
So I'm having a game of that today.
Very nice. Can I do a little game of yes or no with you?
Yeah, I suppose you can.
All right, yes or no. Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield.
Yes.
Tubular Bells 2 by Mike Oldfield.
No. Do I say yes or no?
You say yes or no, yeah. Yep. And then I score you at the end. Tubular Bells 3 by Mike Oldfield.
No.
A swab taken from one of the bodily cavities of Robert Mugabe.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty good. 1 out of 4.
Yeah. Is he your favourite despot? Is it called despots?
At the moment, he is.
Yeah.
It's the longevity, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to admire that, really.
30 years in Zimbabwe?
At least, yeah.
One of the most beautiful countries on God's earth, you know.
Did you know that he's got a 54% share in the Glastonbury Festival?
You kidding me, Op?
Yeah.
Has he really?
They don't mention that. They try and play up the Greenpeace bit.
Yeah.
But Greenpeace have only got 12%. And the majority of it's Mugabe.
And then what's the others? Oil companies and Exxon and stuff
Fox
like
hunters.
that. And sea life as well. Talking about Africa, I told you last week about what happened with the snakes in South Africa.
Yeah.
Well, it reminded me of another thing. You want to hear about it?
I do.
So I was there for about a week. No, about 10 days. I was staying in a hotel just next to the big football stadium that they built. You know, it's a car park now.
Is it?
Car park, yeah.
Everyone needs car parks, so football stadiums are 10 a penny.
I know, but is that the legacy they really envisaged?
I'm not asked.
Actually, they do they do sales in there as well Saturday, Sunday.
Well, that's good. Legacies are overrated, I think.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I mean, everything's a legacy, even if it's destroyed.
Yeah.
There's a legacy, isn't there?
I mean, Pepper's a legacy now. Because Pepper's not coming back.
Oh, God, I hope she finds him. Him or her.
Get real.
Anyway, so I had a day off, so I drove down. Do you know South Africa? I was in Cape Town, but if you go down to the bottom, you can go to the southernmost point of South Africa. I think it's called Cape. Is it Cape of Good Hope?
Cape Cod?
Cape Cod, whatever.
Crusader?
And it's, as you go down, it's all like shithole and that, you know?
Yeah.
There's like, there's all these
it's the legacy, innit, of apartheid.
But it's a legacy, isn't it?
And not all legacies are good.
Anyway, so you go, and then you suddenly, it goes back to like Dutch, British influence, and like it's beautiful beaches, seaside and all that, all the way down.
Bit racist.
Bit what racist? Why?
I just felt racist. The way you said it goes back to the Dutch English influence and everything's nice again.
Well,
I'm just saying, you might want us to cut that out later on.
And so there's a little place, and I can't remember whether it's called Penguin Beach or something makes me say it's called...
Let's just say it's Penguin Beach for the sake of advancing the story.
So I think I'll stop there. I'll get me a little meaty self down there and have a look at some... I've never seen a penguin. I'd love to see a penguin, wouldn't you?
Edinburgh Zoo.
If I said there's a penguin out there in a box, do you
Have you not been to Edinburgh Zoo, the Penguin Parade?
A penguin in its natural environment. Tell me about the Penguin Parade. What happens?
Every afternoon, 1 o'clock, the penguins come out the penguin enclosure and the visitors line the sides of the path.
Yeah.
And the penguins go on a little parade in this little circular thing.
Yeah.
And one of them is the King of Norway.
One of the
penguins is the King of Norway, yeah.
Well, he actually holds that title.
He does, yeah, that's true. It's not fake news, it's true.
So...
Anyway,
I go down to parking and I park my car, right? And there's a little kiosk there for parking and there's some bloke with there. So I pay up and I go down and it's this beautiful little cove. Turn a corner amongst the rocks and sure enough there's a penguin. There's a penguin.
Are you saying penguin?
Penguin.
Right.
They call them Pufty. They call them Pufty.
Pufty.
And so I was taking a photo of it. And then I hear this voice, South African, say, "Get away from that fucking Pufty!" Is that right? "Get away from that fucking Pufty!" And it's the bloke from the kiosk. You know the bloke?
I thought it might be.
Yeah. No, but honestly it is. And he grabbed me and he took me up to the kiosk and he says, "I'm sorry about the accent. I'm going to have to fine you, mate, for distressing the birds." Right? So... I'm in there with him and he's fiddling about with like a shitty little invoice book or something like that. And then I'm like, "What's the matter?" I look out of the kiosk and there's a South African copper there, yeah, with his revolver.
Yeah.
I promise you, right? And he says, "Get out of the fucking kiosk. He's a fucking gangbanger." Right? So he wrestles the bloke to the floor and frog marches him to his car. Then he comes up to me, says, "No, I've got to not be Australian here. Lucky escape." No, that's Australian, isn't it?
Be Australian if you want, it's fine.
South Africa, lucky escape there, mate. This is his MOD. He hangs around blokes looking at the penguins and then he full-on rapes them. So I've only given you the bread and butter of it there. But life in South Africa's a bit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've never been, but I'll think twice about going now.
Oh, it's beautiful place. I love the Premiership football out there.
Oh, well, who doesn't?
Oh, but Liverpool, Man United was on, and they've got a massive harbour there. It's just full of bars, very lively.
Yeah.
Sort of Remain sort of place.
Oh, well, that's all right, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I keep getting them mixed up, you know.
Remain
Leave
and
and
Brexit.
Remain.
Well,
I don't know which one I voted for, actually.
Well, it's a Remain place, you know, new building and money put in there,
Yeah.
and that sort of thing.
Right, the future.
And it is, there is literally, I would say, between 500 and 1,000 people in every bar watching Liverpool Man United. They've got the kits on. Quite extraordinary.
I've got some Dragon's Den style ideas of
All right.
businesses
You want to
I'd
run them
pitch
past
to
me?
you, try and fleece you out of some money if I possibly can. 'Cause
Okay.
you're obviously
Well, it's
a
a bad
millionaire.
start to your pitch, saying you're going to fleece me.
Was
innit?
that a bit too honest, do you think?
But still, if the idea's solid,
Right, well, the first one I've got is the portable backpack allotment.
portable backpack allotment.
It's for people who are short of time and space,
yeah,
but high on energy.
yeah,
And it's like a backpack thing, and you can plant your seeds in it.
yeah.
And what you do is you kind of walk at a stoop
Right.
so that it keeps it flat. Because obviously, if you're walking just with it as a backpack,
Yeah.
all the stuff would fall out, the soil, the seeds, all of that would fall out. So you've got to walk stooped forwards.
Yeah.
But I've done some research, and it looks
Oh
as
well,
though
if you've done research.
yeah, I have. It looks as though that can be good for your health and nutritionally and well-being and the community.
I wonder if can you think of an occupation that has to be stooped all the time? Someone who's involved with tunnels or laying pipes or something.
I think a tunnel walker.
The tunnel walker.
Tunnel walkers, yeah, sewage.
Well, Andy, I quite like the idea.
It's not fully. It is fully formed.
Why could it not just have a big opening, and you don't have to stoop?
A big opening.
You know, the top of it's open,
Right.
and it's got straps.
You get a bigger surface area when it's stooped because it covers. Imagine a backpack that you'd wear on your back.
Yeah.
The surface area of the front of the backpack.
Right, all I'm saying
Whereas
is,
if it was just like, you know, the top bit, a couple of plants coming out the top, that wouldn't be as productive
I don't know if
or
you,
as fun.
I think if you like, do you know those sort of bins that always make me laugh so much because they're just like dustbins, but they have them in offices and living rooms and that. They look like a dustbin.
Oh, the old metal ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's such good fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you got one of them about 2 foot,
Right.
yeah, straps on it,
Yeah.
you could probably put 3 potatoes in, potato plants
But
in there, and you'd get a crop of.
I'm seeing the surface area you've got for
I'm out.
crops.
I'm out.
All right, I've got a couple of others. Christmas tree cage fighting experience day.
Tell me more.
You know, the octagon where they do the cage
Yep.
fighting. You can basically go somewhere, an industrial unit on the edge of town.
Yeah.
You get in the octagon with a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And you just kick the shit out of it for 10 minutes.
So you fight the Christmas
You fight
tree.
the Christmas
I'm
tree.
Out. I'm
it's
out.
well, hang on, it's good for recycling Christmas trees. Very
Yeah.
big in January. Recycling the community well-being.
Yeah. I'm worried that it's just such a seasonal product.
A lot of aggression these days.
I'm sorry, no, I'm out.
Right.
I value that company at one pufty Todd.
Right, next one. You know, Tinder.
Is that where you look
dating
for company?
Yeah, they're like that, but for people with nosebleeds.
So I want to find out if someone nearby has got a nose.
Yeah, if you've got a nosebleed and someone nearby has, if you suffer from chronic nosebleeds,
Yeah.
you know, you want to be around your own kind, don't you?
Okay. And then you just mutually support each other.
Yeah.
I just wonder if it's open to abuse, people using it who haven't really got a nosebleed.
What, to try and get online sex?
Well, to try and get some online nosebleed action. I don't suppose it's going to lead necessarily
So
to
put that
sex.
as a maybe.
Put that as a maybe, yeah.
And then I've just got a self-help program which I'm calling Shitting for Victory.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
Oh,
on
well,
that
you
one.
can put me down as like a supporter of it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Like a crowdfund thing, I'll put you down as an
Yeah.
associate
You can put a
director.
quote-
I'll put you as a director of the business, yeah?
No,
I'll
don't
get you
put-
to sign something at the end of this.
All right, Andy, yeah.
Thank you.
Steve McLaren update, interested?
Yes, please.
It's a really quick one, I promise. You remember we last left him in a hotel with the fat lass?
Yep.
Yeah, badly injured in the box edge.
Yeah,
Do you remember that?
I do. Not
Well-
honest, I do.
A month on, Steve and Casper the Snake have moved into a new apartment in Derby.
Right.
Derby. Yeah? Secret location, I know where it is. I can't say where it is, behind John Lewis's. Pass it on. And so Big Lass, he's in a secret place so the Big Lass doesn't come knocking. You know, Stephen! Don't want any of that. So, of course, a new home and a new club means new carpets.
Obviously.
And Steve McLaren loves carpets and carpeting. So the first weeks of January, him and Casper were going from carpet shop to carpet shop, getting samples, asking carpet questions, you know, just fucking living the carpet life
Yeah.
dream, you know.
Like BG and the Bear.
Well,
Remember
you've
that?
got, yeah, you've got the wad, you have any carpet you want, you know, you're not...
Soulmates and carpets.
Yeah. So they went into carpet right, I call it carpet tick, yeah, because it says
Fine.
carpet tick. And the manager recognises him. He says, "Hello, Mr. McLaren, a fellow carpet disciple, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken." He says, "No mistake made there, fine lad. I'm a touch tight with everything beholden to the carpet." "Oh, Mr. McLaren, I think a small sample of curtain ties drifted onto the front of your head there." "Don't be daft, that's me hair island, you Rodney Plonker. There once was a manager had an interesting idea to make a kitchen carpet using doormats from IKEA. He bought them individually not to give the game away, but before the job was finished, he sadly went insane and grew a hair island. A hair island. "Oh, I like it very much," says the carpet man. "I'm John Puffin, by the way. How can I help you?" "Well, listen, John, I've moved into a new apartment and it's a blank canvas. I want something with a thick, dense pile, soft and forgiving underfoot, suitable for areas of large traffic, probably in beige or oatmeal. You don't think your hall could... fucking shoulder! You don't think your hall could take a pattern, maybe something a bit 70s retro on a polywool mix?" "Polywool mix? What, do you think I am, a fucking anarchist? You'll be telling me to get laminate next, you buffoon." And just as he said that, I noticed that Casper, with his upper part of his body erect, was looking at the hardwood and laminate samples.
All right.
"Casper, get away from there. I don't want you getting involved with hard flooring," right? Well, Casper turned his head, but then just turned straight back to the laminates and started to lap his tongue against a little sample, like a piney one. Old pine, darker pine than the modern pine.
Yeah.
"Casper, I won't tell you again. Come away." But Casper just held his ground, transfixed by the laminates and that.
All right.
"All right, stay there, you plonker. See if I care. I've got carpet to order. You're not ruining my big day." So Steve looked at some beige samples, chose a nice hard-wearing, smooth wool pile, 10-year guarantee, Andy. You'd want that, wouldn't you, for
Oh,
hallway?
yeah, definitely.
So he sat at Mr. Puffin's desk. You know, you have to do that bit where you sign
Yeah.
fucking all this stuff. He's about to sign off on the deal. So, "How's it going at Derby?" says Mr. Puffin. "Oh, it's quick in and out job," says... What did I call it before?
Destroy an exit.
Destroy an exit job, you know. I'm just bloodsucking, really. But I will leave the stadium fully carpeted. Do you know, Mr. Puffin, it will have more carpet than the San Siro. That's always been a dream of mine. Suddenly, Casper's head appears over the side of the desk, and his neck is swollen to about the size of a rugby ball. Yeah? And he's looking at the agreement, which isn't signed yet, for the carpet. Yeah? Bang! He sends a swift pipe of spew into Mr. Puffin's face, and then all over the keyboard and the paperwork.
Right.
Fresh spew all over. It's all ruined. "Get out of carpet tick," shouts Mr. Puffin, "and take that fucking disgusting snake with you." So they leave, and on the way home, Steve makes Casper sit in the back of the Octavia. Steve is furious, but Andy, is that a little grin I see on Casper's face?
Yes.
Could well be.
Right.
He's scuppered the plans for I think what we're looking at here is start of a plan by Casper to get these new premises hardwood laminate flooring. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm sensing.
Is that what you reckon?
Did you think that was a bit like Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino, but with Mr. Puffin playing the Al Pacino character?
No,
No,
I
you
thought Dog Day Afternoon was quite tightly plotted and good film, really.
You didn't think much to that then?
No, I thought it meandered.
I suppose it did. I'm sorry. Well, there you go. That's what's been happening.
I've got a song.
Go on then.
It's about two unruly mangoes.
That's the fruit, the mango.
The mangoes. I'd like you to think of it in a kind of a calypso style.
Right, don't. Hey, be careful there. You know.
Oh, yeah. I've thought about it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Two large mangoes somehow come to life. Two large mangoes get into a fight. Rolling and punching and biting and gouging. Two large mangoes fueled by legal highs. Two large mangoes held in custody. Two large mangoes denied their liberty, waiting to talk to the duty solicitor. Two large mangoes barred from Coventry. I went too far, didn't I? With the
I'm going to clap it.
Thank you.
And it's one of those where I genuinely thought, I hope they're going to get out. I hope they're going to be all right. I hope there isn't a shitty legal aid solicitor who just says plead to it.
No, they'll be all right. The caution, at least, I reckon. Barred from Coventry, though.
So you kind of promised me you're going to be all right?
Yeah, whatever.
Have you ever noticed? Right. Have you ever noticed? Have you, though? Have you noticed? You've only got 1% battery left. Whenever you phone up Pearson's to order brass hand wax, and they play a message saying you're on hold and you're ninth in the queue for brass hand oil. Have you ever noticed that?
No, you're not allowed to clap and
I like
do
it.
that bit.
Will you do something for me, Andy? Something I like to do. I'll do the first line of a song like I'm on X Factor, yeah?
Yeah.
And then they always clap after the first line.
The
don't
recognition
they?
clap.
So can I do that?
Go on then.
I was born. No, please,
Sorry.
fucking hell. When they do it after the first line.
Oh, sorry.
I was born by the river.
Hey!
Andy, wait till I finish the first, please. It means a lot to me. I was born by the river.
In a little...
No, just clap. That's all I want. I was born by the river. Thank you. I felt that was really good. All right, Andy, time for Gangs of the EPL. Gangs of the EPL. So, not long after, I'm going back about 3 weeks.
Oh.
I'm in the Holiday Inn in Media City in Salford.
Has it got the swimming pool and the sauna?
No, I might have a soda. I never make use of that stuff. But the Rotherham Holiday Inn.
Rotherham Holiday Inn, has it? Anyway, that's not important.
So I'm in there. I've been filming 8 out of 10 Cats in the studio, and it's right next to the studios.
Get a load of you.
Media City. How much do you think you get for 8 out of 10 Cats?
8 out of 10 quid.
No, I don't know why you said
quid.
that. You reckon you get 80 quid?
Yeah.
You reckon Jimmy Carr does it for 80
No,
quid?
he'll get more. But people like you will get 80. People who's on like a Pete Burns level of fame.
So what would...
Because you were, what, like third guest, do you think, out of the... In order of importance?
I've sensed from the slot they put me on that I was just a guest.
Just there to make
so they're excited. Oh, we got Greg Davies tonight.
He's good. I like Greg Davies.
Yeah, we've got Russell Howard. And I've got Bob Bowman and Sue Perkins as well. So,
yeah.
It should be a good show. But how much do you think Jimmy Carr gets then?
If you're on 80, he'll be on 3 grand.
3 grand?
Yeah.
Right? Well, maybe you're right. Anyway, so you have a drink afterwards. I'm sat in the bar at the Holiday Inn. You get a lot of celebs in there late at night. It's got a late bar and it's got security on the door and what have you. And then they're like booth. No, not so much. There's no physical barrier, but in the next section, right, you've got Phil Jones, Mark Rashford and Wade Rudy, yeah?
Right.
And Wade's, remember me telling you he's got his little robot.
Well, it got smashed up, didn't it?
Yeah, he's prepared. It's the love of his life. Love of Colleen's life, to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? And then, like, Manchester Lass comes up to the three of them. I think, hey, up, I'll watch what happens here. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Keep my head down. And the lass says, how do Manchester people speak?
All right. You're right.
Yeah, that.
Eccles cake.
All right, so they say, so she comes up, she says, hey, don't I recognise you? That's a bit scouse, isn't it? You work at the Butchers in Wythenshawe, don't you? And Wade says, nah, I'm superstar soccer player for Manchester United. Lasses, really? You don't look like one. Sure you don't sell mince and neck end and that in Wythenshawe? He says, no, my name's Wade Rooney. Wade Rooney, I'm in the centre forward. Listen. That wasn't bad. Listen.
Mm.
So he presses the remote on Rudy Toody.
Rudy Toody, yeah.
Yeah, and Rudy Toody says, Wade has scored over 250 goals in the Premier League and is paid a very high wage. He is prime football stock and famously has a face of potato. That's just fun, because Wade is absolutely fine with that.
Self-deprecation.
Yeah, the louse says, wow, I'm impressed to see you dozy mates. And Wade says, Phil Jones, Mark Rashford. So Phil says, hello, love. Have you had a pleasant evening? We've had a right good laugh, messing around the back at shops, baiting a tethered Alsatian with our chips. It's so lovely to meet you. So she says, she joins them and they're all getting on really nicely, yeah? Wind forward, Wade suddenly gets up. He says, would you like me to take you up to your room? I've got an iPhone, so we could buy a new app or do some selfies. And then Phil says, hold your horses, young man. Maybe she would like me to accompany her to her room. Hey, sweetheart, I could tell you about how they make bread in factories. Or we could have a wash in the sink. Then suddenly Zlatan appears back from the toilet where he's been for about an hour. Tight black tracksuit and a fez on. Where have you been, says Wade. Zlatan has been on the pot. Zlatan has been some time. Zlatan couldn't open cubicle door. Zlatan not know how. Zlatan take this lady to her room. And he picks her up and gives her a great big hug. But suddenly she just screams out loud. She says, fuck's sake, you big-nosed bastard. You've ruptured one of me implants. Right? He's hugged her too hard, her implant. Boom, boom. And she runs off. So Zlatan hands Mark his fez, takes off his tracksuit bottoms and touches his toes with his nose. You know the routine. Now wipes Zlatan's arse. So they each take a wet wipe out of Zlatan's fez and begin working away at his anus. And that's how I left him.
You went to bed after that?
Well, I watched it for a little bit.
You just went and looked at something else on the other side of the room?
I went to look at something else.
Yeah.
I wondered if George Clark was there. No, he was in one of the lifts. What amazing space this. Anyway, so yeah, that was my little story. Do you like monkfish?
No.
No?
No.
I think it's a really nice fish. What size telly have you got?
40-inch.
It's not a telly, then. I mean, it's not.
I know it's not. I'm not happy with it.
So what are you looking at?
I'm on the dole, though. You know, what am I supposed to do?
Well, what would you like? What's your dream telly?
I'm looking ideally at something 55-inch.
Right, because I would just like to chip in there. I've been living with a 55-inch for the last year. I got a Samsung curved screen.
I know that, yeah.
And one, I want to just warn people away from this curved screen because of it. It's got a very glossy screen, terrible reflections. Mm-hmm. And secondly, it's not big enough.
A 55's not big enough.
It's not big enough, no. I think the thing that makes something more cinematic, immersive experience is when people's heads, on the screen, are bigger than human heads.
Right.
And on the standard mid-shot that you get of people, be it newsreaders or in movies or whatever, a head on a 55-inch is more or less the same as a human head.
So it doesn't feel real.
I thought that would be a bonus. It'll feel like they're in your room. Look, it really is Marjorie Pearson or whatever. Yeah. But no, you need to go up. Please don't go less than 65. What do you think, 70? 70, but by all means, 70, 80.
But I live in a bungalow. It's basically a rabbit hutch.
But I was rumoured you moving from your bungalow?
I'm looking into it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm on the list.
If you look at, are you looking at a house or another
anything
bungalow?
With a roof.
But you've got a roof now, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't want to drop down to something that hasn't got a roof. I don't want to live in a pen.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't put you in a pen, not with children. Okay, well, have you ever been arrested?
Yeah, Just once.
What for?
Underage drinking.
Underage drinking?
Yeah.
I got done for underage betting.
Did you?
Well, I didn't get done. I got the coppers took me home, you know.
Yeah.
And
Did they actually read you your rights?
I don't think so. I think in those days, you know, like go back in, you know, Brexit Britain,
Yeah.
as it were, those days, they like took you by your ear,
Yeah.
give you a slap
Give you
and
a clip.
told you not to do it again.
I've got. Sorry, was there something else? You wanted to
Also, I was arrested for kicking the front the windows out in a laundrette in
Right.
Brighton. That was
Right.
so. Anyway, yeah.
Anything else you'd like to confess to at this time?
Any other arrests?
Yeah.
I nearly
I
got.
get the feeling there's more.
Well, maybe I'll tell you about some of my arrests next week because
All
we're
right.
up against time, aren't we?
Questions from me blood relatives. I've just got one this week. Are
Okay.
you a crab? I
No.
don't think they've really tried very hard with that one.
That's a ridiculous question.
Yeah, I'm just passing on. Don't shoot the messenger.
Well, I hope you'll edit that out of the show.
No.
Wife's questions. Are you dating at the moment?
No.
If you were dating, would it be male or female?
Female, I'll say.
It's Valentine's Day is coming up. I
Yeah.
can see why she's asked these. Well, it's
Yeah.
Valentine's Day coming
Is
up.
it?
If you were dating, where would you take your date for Valentine's night?
B&Q.
Oh, fuck. You wouldn't take a B&Q.
Yeah, I would.
No, you
I wouldn't go to a restaurant. I wouldn't pay restaurant prices on Valentine's night.
Oh, you mean the cafe in B&Q?
No, just around B&Q, just for a bit of a browse.
Oh,
That's
you-
the kind of thing that can bring two people together.
Where do you sniffle around trying to get a lass, like on building sites and stuff?
B&Q.
Oh, God. All right, well, I'm finished then. I'm sorry.
Think about it.
You wouldn't take a lass. No, I know your type. You're worried. You're laughing at me pain now.
I am, yeah.
You're worried that there is no lass out there that would consider you a catch. Yeah. So
I think it's been established.
So
by
you'd
now.
overcompensate, and you're the sort of bloke who take them to like Ravioli's Italian restaurant or something.
No.
And pretend that like I'm, you know, like I know it's not much to look at, but I could enhance your life.
But when you do that in B&Q, you take them to the fitted bathrooms and the paint mixing bit and say, this could be your future.
And that's for the Valentine night treat.
Yeah, because it's open till 9, isn't it, B&Q?
Well, is that bedtime when you're dating? You should be.
If she's lucky.
You should be on fucking Undateables, you. Honestly. I've got a final song which I'd like to. It's a ballad. Yeah, it's powerful.
Is it a Scottish one? Is it like
No, it's
the
not.
ones you did the last 2 weeks
No, it's more.
that were the same?
Well, were they the same? Exactly the same.
I think so. They felt the same.
Yeah, that's why I haven't done one because I was hurt by that comment.
Good.
So this song's more like. It's like commercial ballad.
Right.
Something that might be played at an event, like a inspirational event or something.
Right, a Christian evangelical
I wasn't
gathering.
thinking Christian, I was thinking more motivational. Like,
Agnostic.
yeah, it's an agnostic ballad. And I haven't got a tune yet, so bear with me. Mel Gibson, with his powerful arms, lifting up the back of a Volvo estate. Bernard Cumberbatch, with his piercing eyes, cutting through steel like a laser beam. Brad Pitt, yeah, with his powerful anus, straddling the world, feeding all the boys and girls. Idris Elba, with his powerful chest, winning a race with a kestrel on its shoulder. They are powerful men, they are powerful people with powerful vehicles and powerful friends such as eagles. And every single night and single day you need to listen to what the powerful actors say.
That was something else.
Yeah.
That was
inspired you, wasn't it?
motivational, yeah. Now
Thank
I'm
you.
going to listen to the actors from now on.
Thanks for having me. I'll see you next time.
If you're still listening to this after the theme music at the end, I'll try and drop in a bit of the Munro Shock Absorber 7-inch single. Bye-bye.
Night, night.